right, friends, welcome. Yin Restorative Yoga. I have some props. They didn't make it all into one place, but I have a blanket, pillow, a few yoga blocks. So gather whatever you think you might need for this practice. And we'll set up for a heart opener to start with. All right. We'll set up for a gentle heart opener. If you have a blanket, you're going to fold it the long way to go under your spine. And for today, you can use some extra props. If you have blocks, that's what I will be using. You can use them to create extra elevation under your chest. If you don't have blocks, you can use a pillow. I'll show you a little bit more of what I mean. So we have done this pose before with just the blanket, and you can do that if you remember this shape and it felt good. If you have yoga blocks, we're going to use one block under the head and one under the shoulder blades, and the blanket will go over the blocks. If you don't have blocks, you will put a pillow there, and you'll place a blanket over the pillow so there's a little bit extra support. If you have any more props, place them under your knees. You might have to adjust your props a few times, especially the ones under the chest. So know that it's totally fine. We're setting up for a comfortable position, and probably don't need as much blanket under my back. A few moments to even out the weight in your shoulders, your hips. We'll be in this shape for a couple minutes. You have time to make any adjustments. And you also have time to settle into this pose once you find the most comfortable variation of it for yourself. We want our lower back, our belly muscles to relax, and just enough lift under the rib cage to help us feel a gentle opening across the collarbones, across the chest. Soften your jaw. Notice if your awareness shifted away from you, bring it back. About a minute longer here. Let each next breath be fuller and more relaxed than the one before it. And we'll come out bending knees if they're not bent yet. Use one of your arms to support you as you roll off your props. Pause for a moment and move your props out of the way so you can roll back onto your spine. Pause on your back, letting your spine reset into a more neutral position. And we'll find side body stretch next. You can use the props under your knees if you want to. It actually feels nice pretty often. Reach your arms up, make sure that there is enough space above you, or if there isn't, you can bend your elbows and hold on to opposite elbows. We'll start to walk our heels over to the left. When you feel enough stretch in the right side body, stay there. Give yourself a few moments to feel into the stretch in your right side body. And we want the sensation to stay rather gentle, 3 or 4 out of 10 in comparison to your active practice. So if you can stay within that range but want to add a little bit more, walk your head, your arms and shoulders to the left as well. And maybe you may let your right arm come closer towards the right ear. You can look up or down, bringing your neck into the stretch as well. the mind starts to wander, use your awareness to scan yourself from the crown of your head down to the tips of your toes, feeling into all the sensations that come up. Noticing any places where you feel light and spacious, any places where you feel heavy. Use your breath to find balance. And we'll release. And press your ankles. Release your arms as you bring yourself back to the center. Pause in Shavasana. And let's find same shape to the other side. Find the variation with the arms that works well. Move your heels. And then if it feels good, move your shoulders as well. You can add the right ankle on top of your left. Balance out the weight in your hips, your shoulders. Let your neck stay long. Continue to bring your awareness back to your forehead, your jaw, the muscles around your eyes, noticing every time the tension comes back into those areas, and every time using your breath to help you let go of it, to find a little bit more softness in your face. Notice your thoughts. Bring your awareness back if it shifted away. Come back to your Shavasana. Let any sensations that are coming up to the surface settle in. And when you're ready to move, bend your knees. Roll over onto either side and bring yourself up to a seat, just enough to place a prop that we will use for a prone twist. It can be two pillows, it can be one pillow, it can be a pillow and a blanket. I sometimes like to support my head with the prop so I can relax my chin down. Or you can just use the prop to create a little bit more space. With your left leg towards the prop first, bring your hands to either side and lower yourself down. I'm actually going to fold this a little bit more. And you can look down and use your hands to bring your forehead down, or a prop to support your forehead. Or you can bring one ear onto the mat. I recommend that you start looking the same way as your knees, and then if you want more, you can turn away. Your knees can be together. You can find a position for your top leg that's more comfortable. You can let it slide back or down. And let your shoulders soften. Let the right side of the rib cage to become heavy. And start to trust into the support underneath you as you let go of the desire to hold on and grip with every breath out. About a minute longer in our twist. We can count 4 to 5 long inhales and exhales. Bring yourself back up. Turn around. And then twist the opposite way, right leg towards your prop. Take as much time as you need to find the length in your spine first before you lower down. About a minute longer. Use your hands to press yourself up. This time turn towards your prop. Bring your right leg out and bend your left knee, left foot inside of your right leg. Few options here. You can fold forward. You can fold to the right. Depends on how much stretch you want in the left side of your low back. You might also change your orientation halfway through the pose or so. We'll be here in this shape for about a minute longer. If there are any adjustments you would like to make, know that you have time to do so. Bring yourself back. Switch sides. Left leg out, right knee is bent. Fold forward or fold towards your left leg. Let your forehead relax into some sort of support. And breathe. About a minute more in this shape on this side. Bring yourself back up. We'll find one more seated forward fold. Dragonfly with your legs straight, or Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together and the knees out. You can try either one of those poses and decide which one feels best today. And once you are set up, let yourself melt into your props. You can let your shoulders round and maybe place one ear down. I'll let you know when we're halfway through so you can switch the way you face him, or you can have your forehead on the floor as well, or on the prop rather. We're halfway through this posture. If you need to make any adjustments, feel free to do so now. Bring yourself back up. We'll find a neck stretch before Shavasana. If you would like to use any prop, I like a folded blanket or a block under my ear in the shoulder stretch, but you don't have to use any props. If you are using props, set them up at the back of your mat. And go ahead, lower yourself down onto your belly and reach your right arm out. Bring your right ear onto your prop or the floor and roll over onto the right side. You can keep your legs straight. You can use your left foot to kickstand behind you to support it. You can bend your knees. That's my favorite variation. Just a few rounds of breath here to find a little bit more space in your right shoulder, the front of your right arm. Take one big inhale and exhale. And roll over into your belly. Pause for a moment. And we'll switch sides. Left arm out, in line with the shoulder, left ear on your prop as you roll yourself back. Any variation that feels good with your legs on this side. Let yourself relax. Slow down and deepen your breath even more. will release. Roll over onto your belly, pause for a few moments. And then use your hands, lift yourself up. Move the props out of the way so you can set up for the last pose before Shavasana. We'll find Happy Baby. Bend your knees. Hold on to your legs, ankles, feet, anything that feels good. You can move, you can stay still. Just a few more rounds of breaths here before we settle into complete stillness of Shavasana. Bring yourself back to the center. Any props you would like to use for your last and most important posture, feel free to get them ready. And we'll practice a simple body scan as we soften into Shavasana. Take a big inhale through your nose and inside, out through your mouth to release any tension. And then close your lips. Starting with the crown of your head, let your awareness move down your face, your jaw, sides of your cheeks, your ears, the back of your head, the back of your neck, front of your neck, your chest, your shoulders. Relax your upper back, your right arm, your right hand, your left hand, your left arm, left side of your ribcage, right side of your ribcage, your back, your waist, your belly, your right hip, your right leg. Relax your right foot, your left foot, your left leg, your left hip, your whole body. Let yourself soften. stay in your Shavasana longer. Just turn off your device and come back to stillness. The rest of your day is calling for you. Start to bring the movements back. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, rock your head, pull out your ankles, your wrists. And when you feel ready, use one arm under your head as a pillow. Bend your knees, roll over onto your side. Finding a very cozy and compact fetal position to gather your awareness of your body and of your breath, to remind yourself of your intention. Maybe set a new one. And keep your eyes closed if you can. Lift up to a seat. Use your arms to help you. Any comfortable seat. Hands at the heart center, palms together, or palms over each other. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bow down. Namaste.